Audience and customer engagement is everything. And as our potential audiences all swim in or drown in this thick, swampy sea of infinite media, how do we make our content stand out and mean something significant for them? Audiences want to see real content, not mass-produced, over-edited adverts dressed up as something else. They want to see real people with real stories talking directly to them in a real way. A real voice, but with credibility, endorsed by a brand they recognize from a familiar environment they're used to. In other words, a professional studio or location. A TV or video studio always used to be the preserve of well-funded large network stations or production companies, but not any longer. In fact, it's fair to say the definition of a studio these days can include anything from a massive film set to a small single-camera home studio. But whatever the context, the cost of building one is now cheaper than you can ever imagine, if you do it right. But why would we need to build our own studio? Because the cost of booking an agency, production crew, or full studio setup every time you need to produce content now substantially outweighs the single initial setup cost of your own bespoke branded studio in the first place. My name is Dean Arnett. I worked for the BBC for 23 years in live television and long-form programmes. I was lucky enough to work on both the technical side and editorial production side of live programming. That gave me a unique insight into every aspect of studio running and live production. When I left the BBC 10 years ago, I set up an international online media training college, and we built a green screen studio to record all of our training modules. It worked well, but I knew it could work better, so I rebuilt and honed what we did, seeking constant improvements in quality, efficiency, and workflow. And then, as the era of live streaming arrived, I found myself increasingly helping and advising others to build their own studios. I also hope that you guys have understood what we've been doing and why. I've either built or helped build everything from small home studios to government multi-camera live stream debating chambers to visual radio solutions for regional and national radio stations, through to full broadcast quality TV studios delivering daily news, magazine and talk shows. And these are in studios with real and, in some cases, virtual sets. But I don't just design the studios, I help with the equipment, the systems, the set, the live production, the structuring and the media play and workflow, the on-camera presentation skills, in fact, every aspect of live or recorded video production. And in each case, it's always designed specifically for the user's needs. No two studios are ever the same. It's the presenters that matter, so we need to light them first, and then we can set the light on the sets to match the presenters. For any organisation these days, it's all about audience engagement, and the best tool for not just building but supercharging audience engagement is live streaming. You can speak directly to your audience and customers. You can interact with them, ask them questions, mention their names, show them you care about them. That's what builds audience loyalty. But studio production doesn't just have to be about lives. Your own studio could also give you a flick a switch simplicity to be able to create regular, simple video content. No large agency fees, no long pre-production time, no massive budget negotiation each time you need a video. Just switch on, record, and publish. Normally, any marketing or PR department who needs new video has to engage an agency, who themselves have to engage a production company each and every time. And each time there are multiple meetings, calls, costings, evaluations, etc., etc. The process is slow, cumbersome, and crucially costly. So seriously, how are you supposed to keep your audience engaged with fresh, regular, vibrant content that's of the moment with such a restrictive and challenging workflow like that? The answer, of course, is by having your own bespoke branded studio. No setup time, no expensive crews or agencies to have to book, just switch it on and record or stream your content. Cheap, efficient and fast to turn around. You can use it for presentations, webinars, tutorials, product launches, discussion shows, online virtual conferences with numerous remote guests, audience advocacy sessions, customer celebration stories, news shows, content-focused entertainment shows, talk shows, magazine shows, in fact, anything. And the great thing is, the more niche your content, the more loyal your audience will be. This course fast tracks you to your ideal ultimate studio for video production or live streaming. We'll cover everything from designing and building to running a live studio and its programming, whether it's a small home studio for Zoom calls and webinars or a big multi-camera studio with auto cues, lighting rigs and multiple video and media play-in elements. I'll fast track you to having your own ultimate video content creation machine. I'll even share you the techniques I used back in the BBC for mentoring and coaching frontline network presenters to perform at their best on camera. So go to my online video school, www.videoschool.deanarnett.com, to sign up for this course now.